Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
Xavi Simons to Chelsea is close. Closer than close. Closer than you could ever imagine us. Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod, and I am your host Mike, and I am joined in a virtual room filled with lions. Some I've got Ollie, he's back. I've got
back.
Chris is here. Berth will be back Monday. Don't worry. He did warn you about his fitness. He did warn you.
People haven't seen me and Berth in the same podcast in a while. I think they're starting to wonder if we're the same person.
One and the same. Oh my god! It's the Friday show on a Thursday. What are you looking forward to this weekend? Summer series. Yes, I like that, Chris.
Obviously, yeah. Who wouldn't be buzzing for the summer series?
Oh, don't be a dick.
The summer series. Oh dear.
I'll be honest with you. It's pre-season, isn't it? So it's just coaching and then more coaching. That's my weekends now.
Oh, very, very coaching. So,
Yeah,
Ollie, what's the opposite of a coach? Well, as a boss. But what's your highlight? Because you've been on your adventures.
Hang on,
mate.
hang on. The opposite of a coach is not a bus.
That's true. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I suppose.
You can't get that one past me. No, I'm having a quiet one because I've been away. Since people have probably been asked. I've not been here. I've been in Europe. I was searching for ball knowledge. I didn't find any.
How many people did you interrupt when you were out there?
Everyone. I interrupted absolutely everybody who I met. They all loved me. Yeah, we went to Germany, went to Prague, went to Italy, went to Switzerland. Obviously, saw some of the women's Euros games that was out there. Saw England beat Sweden on penalties, of course. And so I've had a really, really good time. But it's just hard with travel, isn't it? And you're on stupid, dodgy Wi-Fi and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's nice to be back, and I'm really looking forward to doing nothing this weekend. I'm going to be doing absolutely sweet fuck all, and I'm going to love every second of it. When other people are doing things this weekend, just know I'm getting twice as much of enjoyment doing nothing.
I've got to ask you. You saw the save from Ann-Katrin Berger. Please tell me. We saw it off the TV, and I was blown away. You were physically in the stadium. Come on.
It was absolutely ridiculous. It's one of the best saves I've ever seen, and on TV or in real life, and it just happened to be in real life as well. I think it almost does look even a bit better on the TV. The angle's a little bit better from where we were sat. It didn't look quite as impressive, but it was still really impressive. And watching it back after the fact, it was a really, really good save. One of the best I've ever seen, like I said. So yeah, it's definitely a trip to remember.
There is a concrete possibility that I'll be doing half of my baking tomorrow. That is going to be the new phrase I'm bringing in. Concrete possibility.
Oh, is this what we're doing with the Xavi Simons thing? Where
concrete
every day it's closer, it's potential,
closer.
It's happening. It may be.
Well,
maybe it is, maybe it's not. 100% maybe.
And then I'm going to frost it on Saturday because I've got a really stacked weekend. I'm the opposite of Ollie. I've took on Ollie's load because I'm out Saturday morning on an adventure, cinema in the afternoon, and then Sunday gym, and then cinema again. So yeah,
Wow.
I've got back to back. Yeah, I've got Superman
Cinema twice.
Superman,
Like
and then Fantastic Four. So I'm
both worth seeing, I hear. So
yeah. So and my Chelsea kit arrived this week. 2022, the Graham Potter era. That one is it? 22.
Why'd you order that one?
Because he loves Graham Potter.
Well, you haven't. Hang on a minute.
You explain yourself.
I didn't explain which kit. It's the away kit. It's the white one.
That doesn't matter.
It's a nice kit.
It's not a nice season.
Yeah, but who cares about that? The kit
He's got
I saw.
on the back.
I was at Gloucester Docks and I saw a Chelsea fan. Don't know if they listened to the pod. If you do, please, you just so you know, you went into a store which I think might have been a small Tesco or a small Morrison's or whatever. It was near the docks. You'll know if you're listening. You might not be. And I saw you, and I just thought that kit looks so good in person. I should buy it. I don't wear white often, and I bought it. So you inspired me.
I don't even remember what kit you had about.
You know the white. You know the one where you think of Mark Cucurella's announcement video or photos. It's that one.
The white one with like the blue stripes.
Yeah, the blue lines across.
Yeah, that's a shit kit.
Yeah.
If I'm honest,
Yeah.
that's a shit kit for a shit season and a shit manager who was coaching us at the time.
Right, unfortunately,
anyway.
Ollie's no longer able to continue on this episode, so it's been a pleasure having him on. But his connection's just dropped out. I've no idea what happened. It's amazing.
Don't let host silence me.
I've got games of the weekend because 12:30. Bloody hell, we're so back, baby. We are so back. The EFL kicks off, and Cardiff are starting life in League One against the EFL trophy holders, Peterborough. Proper football. Action, madness, and a midfielder with blood on his sock by the 17th minute. That's what you can expect from this game at 12:30 Saturday lunchtime.
Gareth Bale's Cardiff now as well.
Everybody owns a club. Luka Modric owns part of Swansea. So does
That's
Snoop
nice,
Dogg
isn't
as
it?
well.
That is really weird.
I get the investment, but why them?
It's just, it's strange
Why?
though. But obviously, you understand why Bale's done it. But you've got two former Spurs players who both have a stake in the biggest clubs in Wales. So,
Yeah, and
that's a weird
Wrexham
Venn
as well,
diagram,
you
isn't
think?
it? Like,
Yeah. But look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the Tom Brady is the part owner of Birmingham City Football Club. JJ Watt is part owner of Burnley. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. Sunday, 12 p.m. Stockport County versus Bolton Wanderers. Still League One. Set your alarms. Fire up the kettle. It's going to be a big one because it's live football and it's competitive football. But I've saved you a double header. Oh, Chris is hyped for this. I know he is. He's told me in the Discord. No, he hasn't. He's told me in the group chat. The Premier League Summer Series, it's here. It's back because heaven forbid this league admits that it's just pre-season friendlies in an American stadium.
also, maybe give the players a fucking break as well.
Look, for me, I can't believe it. Bournemouth and West Ham. Oh, and then Manchester United versus Everton. So you got a 7 p.m. and a 10 p.m. game. And will I watch United versus Everton? Yes. Will it be entertaining? No. Is this quite possibly and obviously the Premier League doing their next best option than having an actual league game in America that the fans would never allow? Yes, it is. Because that's why it's been plastered everywhere. Premier League, and then in the little words, Summer Series. It is, isn't it? It's the 39th game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It's the
Fucking
39th game that's
stupid.
worth nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, I did watch.
It's just bragging rights to see who had a worse season overall.
Yeah. I watched the last one, and I've already forgot who the teams were, but it was actually really good. Was it Bournemouth? It was Bournemouth, wasn't it? It was Bournemouth versus Everton,
Arsenal?
I think.
Did Arsenal play?
No, I think it was Bournemouth Everton.
No, wait,
And it was
didn't Arsenal
generally
and Spurs
great.
play today?
Yeah, I saw that.
Played in Hong Kong, didn't they?
They played in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Game's really going global.
I've got a Shevva shoutouts. Of course I have.
Oh, hold on, Mikey.
What?
Aren't Kimberley playing the weekend?
Yes, they are actually. Kimberley are playing this weekend.
People only listen for that now.
Hang on. I haven't been listening to the show. Like I've just had too much to do. I haven't been listening to the show while I've been away. We're still doing that.
Yes.
Yes.
Why would
Every
we?
week.
Why would we not? Because I'm going to bring them up. Because Kimberley play Club Cipolletti, the 3rd of August, 7:30.
Be there.
Be
Thank
there or
God.
don't be. I will
Hold
be
on,
honest.
I just need to write that down so I don't forget.
That's 7:30 on the 3rd of August. I must admit, last
PM
time I
or
did
AM?
that. PM, get it down. I must admit, I was annoyed because they actually changed the kickoff time for the game against Olimpo, and it
Did
gets
they not?
better.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
but
they
they
not know
changed
that we're
it.
promoting them.
What's worse is they changed it to be 24 hours earlier. It's like, why would you do that? Oh, man. Anyway,
I cannot wait until we get a message from Kimberley.
please.
I think
Please.
it's one of them, isn't it? If we bother them enough, we might just hear back.
We love them.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. Right, Shevva shoutouts. Hi guys, this is from Michael. Great name. Hi guys, great pod as always. Most embarrassing defeat. And I was there. January 30th, 2019. Bournemouth 4, Chelsea 0. Nothing to do with the embarrassing factor, but it was freezing cold and pissing down. It was embarrassing because it was 0-0 at half time. Not sure what Sarri said at half time, but it didn't fucking work. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
such a shit game.
Yeah.
The fact we shipped 4. Oh my
I mean, half the
God.
games in Potter's season as well could probably
They're
rival
so
things
bad.
that were as embarrassing. But yeah,
Yes. Maurice Jackson is the prime candidate for Project Jolinton. I
oh,
can't
as into
imagine
move him into
Jackson-
midfield.
Oh, move him into a midfielder.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, we don't have enough players already.
Yeah, we need more. Tom, you've got to forgive Fab and David Ornstein for posting the same old non-news. Got to get that engagement money in. Yeah, it's pissing me off though.
No, I am a razor's edge
annoys
away
me,
from
you know.
blocking.
It's so
blocking
annoying.
Fabrizio. Honestly, I'm so
Yeah.
sick of it. Every summer, every winter,
He
every
wrecked the transfer window. He
Just
wrecked
fuck
it.
off.
He wrecked
Fuck
it.
off and stay fucked off.
RK Reggae, long-time listener and Chelsea fan from San Diego, California. Appreciate the shout out to San Diego FC. Thanks for always making my morning commute more enjoyable. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we go to Samuel. What do you all think of EPL Fantasy? Any of you play? I want to dive in this year, but as a stranded Chelsea fan in the US, it's tough to find a competitive league. Would your Discord be a place to potentially find one? Yes, it would. We do that. I believe Busha does that. So if you do join our Discord, there is actually a Fantasy Premier League channel that you can join. I used to play it, and I won it back to back at my old company two jobs ago. And then after that, I got top 3K in the world and retired. I refused to play it again because I don't think I'll ever beat it.
Do you know,
my girlfriend does it though.
Every couple years, I go back into it and I play it for about 6 weeks and then forget about it completely until the end of the season.
Fuck's sake.
The true man's way. That's how you do it. You forget about it. You don't make any changes, and you're like 120,000th by the time the season ends.
I'll have to find this whilst we wait for Chris's answer. I will have a look on my screenshots to see where I was charted that one year. Go on, Chris. Do you play
Chris,
it?
you EFL man?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Do you know what? Do you know what put me off?
Haven't they changed it recently?
It's something. It's a concept that's so simple that they've made so complicated.
Yeah,
And I think
agree
you
with
have
that.
you have to dedicate so much time to it to actually be good at it that I just haven't got the time to
Yeah,
fanny
you should just
around
be
worrying
able to,
about
like,
who I'm triple captaining and whether I'm using
Yeah.
my bench boost this week. I don't care.
And my
Just let me pick a
wild
team.
card or all.
Yeah.
You just want to be like, here are the players that I rate. I'll put them in a team. If they do well, I'll get points. That's what you want.
I used to do one. The Sun used to do one. The Sun Dream Team.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was
I remember
so much simpler, so much easier, and I used to love that one. Fantasy Premier League's just too complicated for me.
I've just pulled up the screenshot. I finished 194th in the Chelsea league and 1,997th in the overall. I'm never touching that again. I'm never touching that.
Yeah,
but
you're never beating that.
my existence was I lived for that game in the sense of that I would put off. In fact, I only told my girlfriend this week that I was doing this. I used to put off us hanging out and going on like trips till the deadline.
Wow.
Yeah. So if it was a 10:30 a.m. deadline, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm a bit busy," and then I'd submit my team just in case there was any leaks of injuries or anything. Yeah.
Wow.
I can imagine Mikey with like massive flip chart paper out.
It's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true. I've got El House.
She's at
Go
dinner.
on.
She's like, "Can you stop for a minute can we have dinner?" And he's like,
So
"Hang on a minute, I've
important.
got a triple captain
El,
Haaland."
El House 75. Berth Zola was a class choice. He's the reason I support Chelsea as a man dating back to my childhood. He walks into this team. I'm taking Carvalho or Desai as well. Keeping Chalobah and Tosin for depth. Prime Carvalho next to Terry was insane. That back four hold a record that will not be topped. He was insane. Won a Champions League with Porto and then back-to-back leagues in the toughest era to do so. Arsenal and United were juggernauts. Their fans still get wet dreams about. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, that's Carvalho is a great shout, to be fair.
for
Very
sure.
underrated.
Oh, yeah.
He is underrated in terms of like the all-time great Premier League centre backs. I think he gets a little bit overshadowed because, of course, Terry is Terry, right? But like, he was one half of that equation.
Exactly.
You always hear Vidic and Ferdinand because they're big names. You always hear you do hear John Terry. I don't feel you're right. Carvalho and Terry in their day, easily could rival Vidic and freaking Rio. Easy.
Yeah, easily.
Victor, hey guys, great episode, and also the best Chelsea podcast out there by far. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I was to bring one player back from retirement out the obvious Chelsea favourites, I would bring back Ricardo Carvalho. I think he would strengthen our defence big time. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your opinion. Thank you guys, and keep up the great work. There is a lot of love for Carvalho, and it's well deserved. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe people do respect him.
Yeah, in the Chelsea fan base.
Chelsea
I mean, in the
him.
wider football community.
That's true. I've got Heat Rave. Love that name. Assuming we sign Xavi and Hato, who's your first 11 on game week 1? I think that's a deep question for
Palmer's in it, Caicedo's in it, Cucurella's in it. That's Enzo's in it. That's probably it. All the others.
Five-a-side.
Reece is in it. There you go. And then everyone else kind of just let Maresca pick him.
What about? Yeah. Okay, Chris. Okay. I've got, and they did actually add on. Most embarrassing result was losing 5-0 to Arsenal and 3-0 to Liverpool. The one with Conor Bradley scored and everyone was glazing him was better than Reece.
Oh, that was bad.
That drove me mental. That game against Arsenal as well. I don't know about you, but the video of the fans in the stands like dancing like boiled my piss. I was so angry after that game. I was absolutely fuming because
Conor Bradley.
They were literally dancing on us.
Yeah. And I'll round it off with Jamali. The Hato deal is very close now. What's next? Very, very close. That's actually been confirmed, which we will touch on the news because that has been confirmed now, which is fantastic. Thank you as always for your reviews, thoughts, and everything else. If you want yours read out on the show, just head over to Spotify and drop a comment on this episode, and we'll shout out in the next episode. I know some people have said, only some, have said, oh, it goes on for a bit with Shevva shoutouts, but I feel like we like to give you, the listener, your voice and the respect that you deserve, that you've shown us for listening every week, that you get your voices heard. And to be honest, it's not just reviews. You also share your opinions. And I think that also, look at the conversation we've all just had about Carvalho. You wouldn't get that.
Got something out of that.
Wouldn't tweak our minds, you know. So
also, if you don't like it,
just skip it.
Yeah, we have timestamps for a reason.
I wondered where you were going there because I was like, Ollie, don't interrupt. Come on.
No, I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to interrupt.
On that,
if you don't like
news,
it, fuck off.
News. It's that time of the week where I have to tell Ollie that we can't tell the listeners to fuck off because we got told off when we told them to piss off. Come on, we need to learn the lesson. Let's check out what you may have missed in the elevator at Chelsea news. Al Nassr confirmed João Felix has joined from Chelsea. Chelsea is struggling to offload Ben Chilwell. No club has come in for the left back yet. Chelsea have set the asking price for Armando Broja at 25 million. Chelsea could loan out Tyreek George. Legends ASM Global has been appointed as the official catering service provider of Chelsea. Sunderland have signed Mark Yu on a season-long loan and will put his entire salary for the season. Samuel Smith has completed a permanent deal to Ligue 1 side Strasbourg. Chelsea don't wish to pay more than 30 million for Garnacho, but are pushing for a deal. The player is keen on a move, and they've done a lot of background research and said that he's okay. Jorrel Hato to Chelsea, 35 million is a here we go. And finally, ChatGPT, this is a gold, I promise you it's worth listening, was asked to generate a picture of Chelsea's lineup for the 25-26 season, including a picture of the player, the player's name, and a quote for each player. And this is how it did. In gold, Mike Penders, quote, full of potential. Okay. Left back, Malo Gusto, plenty of pace. Right back, Needy James, need this man fit.
Needy James.
Left mid, Levi Caicedo, brings energy. Midfielder, Enzo Fernandez. Oh, Ferrandez, ball winner. Enzo Fernane, ball winner. Right mid, read the game with the quote, read the game. Midfield, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, positive influence. Left wing, Saul Hydro, settling in well. Right wing, Pedro Neto, tricky customer. And up front, Nicholas Jackoson, still room to develop. We're all right. I don't think AI is going to take us over too soon.
I was going to say, and people was worried about AI taking over.
Levi Caicedo.
So.
Do you know what? I really like read the game. What does he do? He does something really well.
He reads the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my word! The thing is, none of the players look like. Read the game looks exactly like. In fact, it's the same face for Levi Caicedo. There's no photo for Mike Penders. Poor bloke.
Wow.
He ain't got a face.
And they got his name right.
And the best thing is, though, it's a 4-4-3-1 formation.
Nice.
There's not even.
Nice. Just casual 13 players.
Oh my God. I think there's one thing we'll talk about. I feel like I'm being successfully gaslit by Chelsea with Alejandro Garnacho, because this 30 million for Garnacho instead of 70 kind of sounds good, but probably in the same.
No.
Well, hang on, Chris. This probably is the same way where it sounds good, like having a cactus shoved up my arse doesn't sound too bad if I'm told it's only for 10 minutes, Mike, not an hour. I'm like, you know what? 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all right. It's not an hour.
You could do 10 minutes.
I can do 10 minutes. How do you feel about Garnacho?
Pretty much like the example you described, Mike.
Look, I'll support him if he signs, as I do with all players. I still don't want him.
I hate him. I honestly, he is one of the few footballers who I genuinely do hate.
Well, apparently, no concerns over character.
Actually, I wouldn't support him even if he signed. I just think he's a twat.
It's just
I would support him if he signed. I don't want the signing. I don't rate him, and I don't rate the signing if we make it. But I will support him if he comes. The thing I don't like about him, and people seem to be this is a really important thing people seem to be missing out. He was a pathological team leaker at United.
Yeah.
You know how much that pisses everyone off when the team gets leaked. I don't want that again.
Look, how do I put it? How did they do background checks and not find anything? That's not me knocking the guy. We're all immature at certain ages, and we mature. I get that, but I just typed in Garnacho and controversy because I'm not doing diligent background checks. I'm just doing a quick search. I've already found he did a quite offensive post in 2023 to describe Andre Onana. He did another
his now team,
post, yes, a post about liking the criticism of Eric Ten Hag's management. And there's obviously the Rashford photo. There's more stuff where he liked stuff dissing Amorim. And it's just like, what are we doing?
And his
what are we
brother's
doing?
as well.
What are we doing? We're doing it again. We're hot. We're going, oh man. I just don't.
Do you know what? The one thing I will say, the counter argument to this is United are a circus, and they have a lot of problems. And
Garnacho is one of them.
Yeah, maybe, but at the same time, at some point, I think you also have to blame the club, right? Because everyone was talking about how Sancho's a bad influence and all of this stuff, and his attitude's wrong, and he's wrong, and he came to us and not a peep. He was fine. He wasn't great as a player, but in terms of attitude, there was nothing wrong with him. So
actually, no,
there is something worth saying about if we get Garnacho, we have to, I think, at least give him the benefit of the doubt and a bit of faith. For me,
yeah. You know what? You actually do make a good point, because it does seem that you go to Manchester United. That's why I don't get Mbeumo and Cunha. You've gone because of money. It's. I don't see.
Here comes the money.
Well, that. Yeah, you know what? That is well deserving of it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
I looked at the quotes that Brian Mbeumo put out about Man United, and he was like, "Oh, the project and the manager, and I feel this club is the best place to be. It's really going places. Where's it going?
Down.
Where, exactly. Where's it going? You can't seriously. You're gaslighting us. You can't be serious looking at the camera.
The project. What was it? Didn't Radcliffe say, last year, even a short time ago, that they were going to run out of money? That the whole club was going to run out of money. What a project! I
just don't get it.
Fixing the roof.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants a trade behind him for when he retires.
At the end of the day, you could look at Chelsea if you went exciting project. Well, yeah, we're world champions. We've just won a European trophy, and you can see something's happening there. Manchester United finished near the relegation spot and lost to Spurs in a cup final.
It's irredeemable, that.
Really?
You could argue Brentford are more of a project than Man United are at the moment.
Not anymore. They've been pilfered.
They are shafted.
Yeah, but
they've got the cactus. They have.
If he hadn't left, then I don't think Wissa would be pushing to leave as much.
Another one.
True, and Frank went as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually don't think Man United will do as badly. It would be hard for them to do worse, but I think they'll surprise a few people. I think a lot of people are going to expect them to be like relegation level form again. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think they'll probably finish
12th.
7th, 8th, something like that.
We will. When it comes to Jorrel Hato, let's get close. Closer than you ever imagine us. It finally happened. The Here We Go dropped. I mean, we don't like Fabrizio here, but it happened. You know, it's a long
if it got any
term.
closer, we were about to be inside of him. For fuck's sake! Like,
Oh no! Look, look. It's a long term relationship. The dating and flirting phase is over. He's locked in, fully committed for 7 years. And apart from relieved for Mark Cucurella, how do we feel?
that's it. Literally just relieved for Mark Cucurella. I think he's a decent player. From what I've heard, he's technically pretty gifted, but his bigger his bigger sort of points that make him good are on the athletic side of things. He seems a bit like a left-sided Reece James.
Do you know what's worrying though? He's very left-footed. He's very.
Yeah, but
when I say
it's
he's
a good thing he plays
left-footed,
on the left then.
Yeah, he does not use that right foot. There was a video I've seen someone sent me of him versus Lamine Yamal, and you can see he just doesn't want to use his right foot, and that can catch you out.
Maybe, but I don't know. At left centre back, I'm not sure that's quite as important because what are you using your right foot for at that left centre back?
Running.
What, are you just gonna running and sticking your leg out to foul somebody?
What about you?
Yeah.
Well, go on, Chris.
I think the only problem there, I think, in the Premier League now with the data and that everyone has on players, I think if you are unwilling to use your other foot, teams will just press you, so you have to go inside. I think that'll be the issue with him. Teams will literally press him on his left to make him go on his right, and if he doesn't want to use it, it is a problem. To be honest with you, I think any top-level footballer being unwilling to use their weaker foot is unforgivable. They do this every day.
I mean,
every day. If you can't get a decent weak foot when you do it every day, I'm not convinced you should be playing, to be honest.
Did you see? There was that. Yeah, maybe. But you see, it was Rashford's training clip of him in Barcelona with I think it was with Lamau. They're passing the ball back and forth. Lamau's going back and forth from his left to his right foot. Rashford, he doesn't want to use his other foot. He doesn't want to use it.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, especially as a winger, that's pretty poor.
Yeah. In terms of Hato, though, I mean, I think it's a good signing. It's not a massively exciting signing, I don't think.
It's a good floor raiser, I think. You know, just like helps take the strain off of Cucurella a bit. Physical presence, he'll do all right in the Prem. He's, you know, he might surprise us. He might do really well, but I think he'll just be okay to start with.
I'll bring up one thing. I've got to do it. 25 million for Armando Broja, so he's not for sale. He's not for sale.
Yeah,
no one's paying that.
Don't even get me started on that.
No one's paying that.
I must have missed that. What happened?
We've put a price tag, not we as a show, I'd put 5 million, but a club have put 25 million price tag on Armando Broja. How are you getting that? Who's giving you that?
In fairness, though, I think that might be a misprint and they just didn't put the decimal point in.
Oh, we're all right. We're all right. I did see that Leipzig are interested in 3 of our players, Broja, George and Chukwuemeka. Well, I'm pretty sure you're not getting George. The other 2, possibly.
Yeah.
I think George will go on loan.
I'll tell you what I do think it is quite a thing to keep an eye on this season, though. How Mark Gue does it, Sunderland.
They'll be playing a low block.
You know how I feel about relegation level loans.
Yeah, but I'm more interested to see, because what we were speaking about on I think it was the last show where we was saying about Mark Gue has very similar attributes to Delap. It'll be interesting to see if he goes to Sunderland and he does what Delap did at Ipswich.
Yeah.
For Sunderland, even though they are going to get relegated, then it'll be interesting to see what the fans are saying about him next summer.
I've got to say, I mean, you look at Sunderland. I'm curious what they're going to do because obviously they've signed Granit Xhaka. Well, hold up. They've got Granit Xhaka.
Chris is right.
They've got Enzo Lefebvre and Dingra and obviously Strasbourg's top scorer, Habib Diarra. That's pretty impressive. That's
but everyone
does
this. It's like when, you know, like every relegating fodder team does this. They buy a few interesting names. You think, oh, they might stay up, and they don't. Like they just won't.
I'm leaving it open to interpretation for now. So it's you know what we're going to do. Let's dust off your Stetson. Saddle up, listeners. Last Chance Saloon is back for its long-awaited sequel. Hopefully it's going to be like Red Dead Redemption 2. We first, of course, open the Saloon. That's a different place.
Last Chance Salon.
No, we're not doing that. That's the Garnacho place. Garnacho's always in there. We first opened the saloon doors last summer, and it's time to do it all over again. Rounding up Chelsea players heading into a make or break 25-26 season. And last time we had there's a snake in my boot draft. This year we're just keeping it simple. We've got a name, to bring it to the bar, see where the shots land. And before we do pick our new members, let's just take a look at last year's lot. Riding into the Saloon 2024 were Enzo Fernandez, Mikhailo Mudryk, Robert Sanchez, Reece James, Noni Madueke, and Raheem Sterling. Now, I'd say...
A lot of hits, a lot of misses there.
Well, the point was who we said was going into a make or break season. And to be fair, that hit list...
Yeah, they all made or broke.
Yeah,
no one there is like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah,
I don't think we did too bad there.
No, I think Mudryk's been kicked out into the desert. Madueke's left for a new saloon. He's off. And Enzo Fernandez paid his bar tab and he's being considered for the sheriff's job because he's had an insane make it season.
He 100% did. Sterling as well. He left us. So it really was my good break for him.
The only look, Reece James, I think he's done enough. He's done enough. Robert Sanchez is probably the only guy which I would say he's I can't say he's made it, but I can't say
sure he's out still. I think
Robert Sanchez is like Robert Sanchez is like that person who says that they're leaving, that their night's over, but they still haven't quite made it to the door yet.
They're the norm in Cheers.
Yeah,
Robert Sanchez is a bit like that dog that you have that's a bit mental. You're not sure if it's going to attack somebody or not.
Oh, fuck. Oh, right. Okay. I've got my first. I have got Romeo Lavia because for me, we've seen more photos of him in training than in a Chelsea shirt on the pitch. And injuries did absolutely ruin his debut season, but they also tarnished his second season. And there is a lot of hype around him, and I rate him highly. But you can't live off promise forever. You can't do it. And I've got a stat to bring you here. He has missed in total 69 games for Chelsea in 2 seasons. That's 69 games out of a potential 92. So he's played 23 times for us. And I want to ask you a question. It's not a trick. Of those 23 games, can you tell me how many times he has completed a full 90?
None.
You would be correct, Ollie. Not a single time. Now
he played like 70 minutes here and there.
That's literally the most. He did hit an 80 something, but it just doesn't happen. And this season is his moment to show that he can be more than just a myth. Because if he wants to be part of Chelsea's midfield future, he's just got. There's no excuse. He has to stay fit and force his way into the starting 11 because right now he's seen as often as the Loch Ness monster. You just cannot be constantly injured for 3 seasons in a row. This is your 3rd season. If you're injured again, I'm sorry. We've got to move on. We have to move on. We have to move on.
I think as well, like it's a bit like what we were saying about Reece James this time last year. I think if you're not available for 50% of our games, then I think it's just time for you to go because you're pointless.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's so frustrating because I don't want anyone to just clip that and think Mike Sand. I love Lavia. He's so talented when he's in the pitch. When he's on the pitch, he's amazing. We're better,
which is about 15% of the time.
But the thing is, those 23 games, we're a better team with him in. But we've also had 69 games where he's not there.
And we've had to learn as well to play without him, which doesn't help his case.
Yeah, I think interestingly, with Lavia, which hasn't helped him, is actually the fact that the Caicedo and Enzo partnership started working. I think for a lot of those 23 games came during that period where that balance in midfield wasn't good. So when he played and it made us more balanced, everyone was like, oh, Lavia's fantastic. But actually, since Caicedo and Enzo started working and the midfield balance looked better, no one's really mentioned Lavia.
Yeah, maybe that's the better thing for him, though. Maybe he just needs to work in the shadows, like instead of having the pressure for
maybe
of him to be rushed back or whatever. I don't know.
Chris, who is your first man up into the saloon?
Well, I've got another one who's limping in. Well,
Oh no.
actually, he's fell over outside and he's being carried in. It's Wesley Fofana.
He's on mine. He's actually a member in my saloon.
He was on mine as well.
Someone
shot him in the
in.
knee again.
Yeah, someone's dragged him in and they've propped him up against the bar, and we're just waiting to see if he falls over or stands up.
Yeah.
Again, he's a waste of time, isn't he? Like, let's be honest. Since we signed him, I think if it wasn't for Mudryk, I would put him up there as our worst signing over the last few years, because the amount we've paid for him and the amount we've seen him, we've had no value on return at all. And I don't
It's the
even
exact
think
same as Lavia, though, isn't it? Like, we've paid a lot for him. He's barely played. When he does play, he's good. You know, like.
But I don't even think Fofana has been like a game changer when he has played. He's been okay. I don't think he's ever set the world alight, even when he's played. At least Lavia has had some games where you've thought, oh, he looks really good. Fofana's just been a bit like, meh, he's okay.
Yeah, I wonder, like, he was developing a decent partnership with Colwill before he got injured, but how much of that is actually just Colwill getting better?
Yeah, that's what I think, because I think we've seen it with Colwill. Like, he continued to get better even after Fofana left. So it proved really that Colwill doesn't need Fofana. So it must have been the other way around.
For me, if Fofana has one enemy, it's his own knee. It's true, because the talent, it's undeniable talent. You know, we've just touched on the Colwill partnership. Was it more Colwill getting better? Was it Fofana? Was it both? Chelsea didn't drop 70 million for a hologram, and we need him on the pitch. You know, we need him commanding that back line like the generational defender that we thought we were getting. It's, another long-term injury spell, and the conversation now moves from great potential to great shame. And this season, for me, isn't just about proving fitness. It's about proving he's worth building around and not just babysitting each game. I did this for Lavia, as you heard, and I'll do it for Wesley. Fofana has missed 109 possible games for Chelsea in 3 seasons.
No, I'm sorry. Kick him out of the saloon. He's gone already. That is unforgivable.
You're going to cry now. He has played 34 times out of a possible 143.
Oh, so he's playing like 2 million, paid like roughly 2 million per time he's played for us.
I mean,
yeah, that's shocking.
I didn't realise how many he'd missed until I actually went into the stats, because that is insane. That's like Lavia insane.
It's probably worse, to be honest, because he's done it for a season longer.
Yeah.
And the thing is, again, these are 2 players, high talent, loads of talent. How would you shift them? Like, genuinely, if we have that difficult conversation, let's say this season, they're both injury prone again. Nothing's changed, in and out the team because of injury. We've clearly got to move on as a club. How do you shift him? Because their wages are probably not as bad as like Sterling and Chilwell. That's the only reason they're being struggled to shift.
Fofana's might be, though.
I don't know how much he's on, but it's not cheap. He's not on.
He's on like I think he. Last I heard, it was 200-ish, but it might be higher.
He's staying here forever then.
Unless it's minimum wage, it's too much.
What you on? I'm on £22,000 a year.
What about you? £12 an hour.
In fairness, though, even £22,000 a year for someone who doesn't do his job, I would argue is too much.
Oh my word, Ollie, who was your second? Because you had Fofana as well.
Yeah, I did. This one's going to be controversial, and I, in my opinion, he's not my pick for being in the Last Chance Saloon. He's just already there. This is the guy who, like, the bouncer finds him in the Last Chance Saloon and then locks him outside, chucks him out of the pub, and every year he walks back in. It's Trevor Chalobah.
Wow.
For me, he's in the Last Chance Saloon, not because I don't think he's a good player, because I think he's an excellent player. He's a Cobham boy, and he's been a very big part of our season. Year after year, he keeps coming back. Despite being frozen out every single year. And so I just think the same thing's going to happen again. I think he's going to get frozen out. Maybe Maresca won't play him. Maybe he'll get sold. Maybe he'll get a loan somewhere. And you know exactly what happened. He'll be walking straight back through those saloon doors by the end of the season. It's like clockwork. You just know it's going to happen.
I totally understand your angle on that. I totally get it, because you're right. It's a sense of you're not actually saying he should be there. You're just
he shouldn't
it
be
because
there,
of
but
history.
he is going to be there.
You're right. I can't just. That is a really good shout.
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
Chalobah's kind of like Chelsea's ex-girlfriend that they can't get rid of. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
she's really good.
Yeah, like the club don't want him anymore, but he doesn't want to go. And it's like we keep trying to tell you to leave, and he's like, I don't want to go.
And then you have a really good 6 months and think, you know what? It's actually it's
this could
working.
work again.
It's
This could
working.
work. And then come Christmas, it's like, why are we still together? Just for the kids. It's not working.
And it will be the January window. You're right. Chris, who was your second player?
I've got Malo Gusto.
Oh.
And I've got
I agree
him.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got him again. Would it be my choice to, I haven't brought him in. Maresca's walked him in and said, if he can't learn to mix different drinks, he can't play. Yeah,
Having an inverted martini, you just can't work it out.
Yeah, I just think with Gusto, if Maresca is going to go to a more traditional system of fullbacks, just playing as fullbacks, I think Gusto will be fine. But I think if we stick to the inverting thing and we know he's struggled, and if he doesn't improve at it, I just think he's a player that we would make money on selling because we brought him quite cheap, and I do think his stock is still quite high. And I just
think surely
we know how the
World
club
Cup final has, but surely though the Club World Cup final has showed Maresca that inverting him is fucking stupid. Because look how good he was in that game.
100%. But will Maresca sacrifice his whole system because he wants to get the best out of Gusto? I just don't think he will.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be one of them situations where the club will look at it and think, well, next summer we can get 50, 55, maybe even 60 million for him. And that's a profit on what we paid. And he doesn't work in the system. So I hope for his sake, like, we just see him as a fullback because I think he's one of the best young fullbacks in the world when you get him to play there.
I now get to do, technically, I'm doing literally what Ollie did, but Ollie did it first. So I have got a player, but not for the reasons you think.
Nicolas Jackson.
Not for the reasons you think. His runs are electric. His energy is always off the charts. Finishing needs a bit of work. And Chris will absolutely be beating me right now if I don't say it. Jackson has 52 goal involvements in 81 games. 30 of them are goals. That's a solid return. I can't say that, he doesn't do. No, that's amazing. That's bloody incredible. He's in the Last Chance Saloon because of one thing: competition. Because Chelsea have splashed. This is why I think listeners will understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying he's got to go. No, I'm saying because of the competition. We've spent serious money on both João Pedro and Liam Delap. Maresca has familiarity with Delap, so he'll get chances early. João Pedro's already made a statement at the Club World Cup. Wow, Jackson got 2 red cards in 3 games. That was his statement. So, and the Premier League, it's just like the NFL, in my opinion. It's a what have you done for me lately kind of league. And lately, Jackson's discipline has raised eyebrows. Whether you say, look, it's a small sample, 2 in 3, Mike, you're right. I fully agree. But no one's going to see that. They're going to see, oh, this is becoming a thing. And what I found interesting this summer especially is that he's kind of like the prom backup that everyone's flirting with. No one's picking him. That he's not first choice. He's constantly there. You're always a target. He's a target, but he's not the top target. I've noticed that a lot of clubs are interested, but he's not their top target. And
I think him being out of the spotlight will help him.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he needs to show that those 2 red cards were just that, a rare blip. Nothing, not important. Yeah. He needs to show he thrives under the pressure in the competition, and he needs to prove he's the guy up top because he's had an incredible, like I said, 52 and 81. That's insane. Amazing.
Yeah. I think I think the thing is with Jackson is he is clearly very good. And like you say, a lot of it is down to that discipline about whether he can sort of get himself, sort of bring himself around to kind of get himself back on track, because we know that the player is there when he is on form. It's really just the finishing and the discipline, which is quite difficult to reconcile as a striker. But for me, I've gone back and forth on Jackson a lot in the last couple of months. I've gone from everything from like, no, we need to keep him, and based on last season, he should probably start, to all the way to, I'm just sick of him, I can't deal with him, get rid of him. And I think I think that's perfectly encapsulates why he's in the Last Chance Saloon, because just nobody quite knows what to do with him now.
Yeah. How many have we all got left? I'm out. I've finished my quota.
I got
for the
one
night.
left.
And I've
Chris?
got one left as well.
Oh, you know what? I'll let Chris finish. Ollie, what's yours?
He was in the Last Chance Saloon last season.
Oh,
Not
It's,
Mudrick, is it?
Yeah, it's Mudrick.
No.
Unfortunately, Mudrick spiked his own drink, and now he's been turfed out. But for me, no, it's Robert Sanchez. And again, not
play.
quite for the reason.
No,
you
I
might
can't
think.
do it. No,
No, not quite for the reason you might think. Listen, just listen, just hear me out.
Okay.
Because I think that Robert Sanchez has, in the last sort of 6 months or so, sort of since January roughly, has endeared himself to the club enough to deserve to start, and especially with the performance he had in the Club World Cup final. I think that is undeniable, and I think every Chelsea fan at the moment is happy with Rob Sanchez, at least in the last several months, because he's not made any clangers. That's fair. However, the second he makes one, everyone's going to be screaming for him to be replaced again. So how long he stays in the saloon is almost entirely down to how long can he go without making a mistake. And last season in the Premier League, he made a lot of them. So it's I don't want him to be in the Last Chance Saloon. I don't think he deserves to be there, but he's going to put himself there when he makes mistakes. So either it will be a season where he finally puts it together and stops making mistakes and becomes the goalkeeper that I never thought he would become, but other people thought he could become. Or it's going to be more of the same, and we simply have to just drop him at that point because he's irredeemable.
Okay. Chris, round us off, please.
This is going to be a controversial one, I think. I've got Pedro Neto.
I could see it.
That's okay.
Okay, and I've got Pedro Neto because really, I think because of the Madueke situation this summer, that Madueke had an okay season last year. Well, I'd argue statistically he had a better season than Neto, and he's still been sold. And I think with Neto, I think with Esteval coming in and Gittins coming in, and Xavi Simons maybe coming in. Who knows what's going to happen with Tyreek George? He might have a breakout season. You just don't know. There is competition for Neto, and I think if his numbers aren't improved on last season, because let's face it, his numbers last season were dire. And he can run around all he likes and be as energetic as he wants, but you're going to be judged on your output as an attacker. That's just facts. If that doesn't improve and an offer come in next summer, I think we'd sell.
Yeah, I could see that. The other thing as well is the team now is more geared towards him than it was before, with someone like Delap in the side who can finish his crosses.
Yeah.
So if he's not improving, when not only has he got an extra year in the team, he's a little bit more settled, and the team is more geared towards the way he's playing, and he's more endeared to the fans as well. Is it ever going to happen for him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a very good shout. Well, listeners, that's it. We can leave. For now, we'll be back next year, and we'll be reviewing if we got any of those spot on, if anyone made it or break it. And we'll also find out if Garnacho's in the Last Chance Salon. So that'll be interesting. So we get to go straight to Quaresma's questions. Listeners, you've been doing well. You always do well. Johnny has asked, Sky Sports call you up and says, we're replacing Celeste's Stop This Flame as the theme for our Premier League coverage. You get to pick the new song. What are you choosing to soundtrack Super Sunday? And they've got a caveat here. And Mikey, no Charlie XCX this time. You're banned from choosing any of her songs.
Sorry, Mikey, you can't have a Brat Summer.
No, you know what? I've got one. I'd choose Overcome by Nothing But Thieves, because I think that ad break audio snippet that I would use would be the part that goes when we shake off the darkness and harness the light. I think that would be perfect for the Premier. I just think it would. I could never get bored of that song. I couldn't. What have you got?
I've got a good one for this. I think it's kind of cheating because they used it for an advert for the Premier League years ago, and I thought it was an absolutely brilliant song to go along with football. But does anyone know I think it's called Everybody Dance by Chic.
Oh,
Everybody dance, do clap your hands. That one, that would be amazing.
Oh
for
yeah, I
FIFA
love that.
Sunday.
Oh yes.
Can you imagine slow motion Palmer doing his celebration to that? That's
Everybody
brilliant.
dance. Oh, Chris, come on. What have you got?
Oh, that is a good one, Ollie, to be fair. I would go with, and I think this is because they did like our first ever Premier League title, I think it was. No, second, the second Mourinho one. They did a little video at the end of the season, when after the title celebrations and all that, and it was Stereophonics Dakota.
Oh,
yeah, good choice.
And I think,
Ooh.
I think that could work because it's kind of upbeat, and I just think it'd work.
Yeah, I love
It
that.
really worked on the video package, and it would be nice to have that Chelsea link to some Premier League coverage that isn't just Man United and Liverpool all the time.
I love that. I love that. Next question. Redphones asked, what is the best non-final Prem winning game in Chelsea history? And look, I'm not going to lie, that is such a tough...
not Prem winning, you mean?
As in you didn't win the Premier League, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you'd pick Bolton, wouldn't you? It's there.
Yeah,
Like,
you would,
it's there. You know what? That was so tough that I've made it into a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mike's top 5.
new drop. I've got before you guys can jump in, but I've got Chelsea 6, Arsenal 0, Wenger's 1000th game.
Brilliant
see?
choice.
In terms of how satisfying a game is, it's hard to beat that.
Perfect.
His 1000th game in charge, and we dunked on his head.
Well, I've got Chelsea 2, Spurs 2, the Battle of the Bridge. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, does that count? Because I know we weren't winning the league, but we basically made sure Spurs lost it, and that's kind of the same.
No, it's not.
That's a good game, though.
Chelsea 4, Spurs 2, the FA Cup semi-final where Matic takes the net
Yeah.
off. Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Love that game.
And then two more. I've got Burnley 1, Chelsea 3, the opening game of our 2014-15 season, the one with that Cesc Fabregas assist.
Yes.
And
That's a
finally,
very good choice.
a game that I wouldn't be shocked if we all had it, actually. Chelsea 4, Napoli 1, 2012. I say no more.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
we were dead and buried, weren't we?
Yeah, there are some absolute corkers in there.
What have you got?
A big one that I think is worth mentioning is was it the 6-0 in 2017 against Everton?
I will look that up.
Was it on the Conte? I can't remember. John Motson
Yeah.
said it was the best
5-0 on
5-0,
Bonfire
sorry.
night. I
yeah,
think it was.
5-0.
We did win
6-0
6-0 when Palmer scored 4, but that was obviously last year.
No, I mean the 5-0. John Motson said it was the best performance of a team he's ever seen in the Premier League.
Hazard, Marcos Alonso,
Wow.
Diego Costa, Pedro. Yeah.
Rest in peace for the GOAT, by the way.
Yeah, legend. Legend man, he was.
And that really sticks in my head because it's like it's one of those very rare occurrences where the team you were playing against quite literally had no chance.
You're not wrong, actually. I've literally just typed that game in, and it was on the 5th of November. And it does say here that John Motson described it as one of the best he had ever seen.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that could be the best football Chelsea have played of that decade.
I need to watch this game now. Got to watch it. I have to. Oh, man.
Hazard's goal in that is just mesmerizing.
I'm gonna
He
rewatch
takes it
that.
and he
Yeah.
shifts it from right to left, shoots it quickly near post. It's beautiful. But yeah, that's one. What else is there?
I've got a big standout one for me.
Go on, Chris.
Chelsea 4, Liverpool 4, Champions
Ooh,
League
yeah.
quarter-final, second leg.
Oh, man.
08-09,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
I think it was. Yeah, we'd won the first leg 3-1, and you
Yeah.
thought, oh, that'll be secure. But there was points in the game where we was going to extra time or even going out, I think, at one point. And unbelievable game. The Lampard connection in that game as well.
Yeah.
Scoring the penalties and unbelievable game of football. Prime Champions League that was.
That was the Alex free kick game.
One of two.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bloody hell. I tell you what, this is giving me nostalgia to look back and watch them.
The other one that's also 4-4 that I think is worth being up there is Chelsea Ajax.
Yeah, that's class. I love
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
Do you know what? The
Man.
one thing that ruins that game for me is that we actually won it and then it was ruled out. Do you
Oh, I
remember?
know.
As Pilaqueta scored the 5th
Yeah.
one.
That was surreal when
That was devastating, wasn't it?
Ajax just
Yeah. But you couldn't be
casually.
upset with it. It was an amazing game, but you're just like, oh, we could have won it. We were 4-0 down.
They had
Oh.
2 players sent off, and the goal
Yeah.
scorers that day. Listen, they've got Tammy Abraham own goal. You've got Quincy Promise. No one knows where he is because the Dutch authorities want to know.
Yeah,
they want to know. Kepper own goal and Donny van der Beek. Oh, come on.
Remember him?
Yeah, remember him. Right, we'll round off with lost my mind again. Which teams do you think Chelsea should be capable of doing a double against this season? I know no matches are given 3 points, but there are certainly several clubs in the table that we shouldn't have any issue beating twice with the talent that we have.
Tottenham.
They're on my list. I will be honest, Chris. I'll be honest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mike's top 5.
I found 5. I got Brentford, Burnley, Leeds, Sunderland, Spurs. That's my 5.
Well,
Yeah,
the
I've
3
no
newly
objection.
promoted teams, definitely. And
Brentford
and Spurs as well.
I'm being realistic. As much as I'd say everybody, perfect season. I don't. Doing the double is so difficult. It's so difficult.
It is and it isn't though. Like I feel like you could do the double over a lot of mid-table teams. We could do the double over Wolves. We could do it over Palace. We could do it over West Ham.
We also have a
got
habit of
another
not turning up, though.
I think we should do the double over Fulham.
Yes,
I
agree
like.
with
Yeah,
that.
and
In
Bournemouth
fact,
maybe.
that feels like a requirement this season.
Nah, but Bournemouth away, mate. Our record's shit.
I don't know. Has everyone forgot that they've literally lost their entire back line? They've lost
Yeah,
Kepa.
that's true.
They've lost
Yeah,
Kirk.
yeah.
They've lost
They lost Zabani
Howson.
and Hoyson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zabani's going to PSG. That's like, how's everyone missed that? It's literally, has
They
everyone
brought in
just
someone
gone,
else
"Oh,
though who's apparently good. You know Bournemouth, they got good scouts. They'll be all right.
have
But,
they?
Yeah, they they got Zabani and Hoyson and Kirkez and all that.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I might bring back that prediction when we do the episode about a team beginning with B goes down. Because it includes Burnley as well. But
Yeah, that's too much of a safe bet this year.
double B.
Yeah, I think it's I think realistically, I don't think we can potentially do the double over everyone but the big 6 minus Spurs.
Yeah.
That would
Is that-
suggest that
is
we're
that
in the
a
top
fair
4
shout?
guaranteed.
But that is what we should.
We should be in the
expecting.
top 4 guaranteed.
Yeah,
I think we are world champions. Are you
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
Are you saying there's 3 teams better than only however many teams better than us in the league if we're world champions already? You know,
Can't disagree. Yeah. Right. Wrapping up the Quaresma's question. So that means we move to. Oh, yes. Lone Army.
Chris must be
Carousel.
miles ahead by default at the moment. Surely.
He is on.
Yeah.
Well, this is what's funny. Chris is on 9. Ollie's on 8.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in fairness, I'm on 17 because of all the ones I won when no one else was here.
Yeah. And
do you know what? That's fair. Chris
Ollie
gets the biggest participation award.
Yeah.
Ollie hasn't won one since 6th of June. So that's nearly 2 months ago, but we've only played it twice since.
It's Nicholas Jackson.
So, yeah. So, ironically, the category today is You're Still Here. More than 60 clubs have played in the English top flight since 1888. I want you to name the 25 teams with the most seasons played at the highest level. So that's the Premier League, or of course, before the Premier League, Division 1. There's no really... you have heard of every team. There's no really obscure teams from like 1889.
All right.
Sorry, I've got to pick someone, haven't I? You know what?
Yeah.
Because Chris is ahead, I'll go Ollie, give him the advantage.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. Everton, never been relegated.
123 seasons at the top level. The most.
Wow. Aston Villa.
112. That's the top 2 gone.
Man United.
Manchester United, 101.
Liverpool.
3rd highest, Liverpool, 111.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, 91.
Oh.
I feel like I'm doing the FA Cup draw.
Arsenal.
Arsenal 109.
Spurs.
Spurs 91. Same as us.
We've got all like the big ones out the way now, haven't we, really? So now we're looking at people mid-range. Fulham.
Fulham. No Fulham.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So Ollie's just won. Ollie's won. That's it.
Oh yeah, because I
You've-
went first, didn't I?
You went for. You know what? You can try and round off. I'm going to find out how many seasons Fulham have been in the Premier League or top level.
I had a few more in the tank. Newcastle,
Newcastle.
Newcastle's
94,
a good shout, yeah.
Man
94,
City.
Manchester City 97.
See, this is what because
Forest.
Man City though, pre the money was shit.
Yeah, but they were always up around there, weren't they? Like
They
did
so
get
was Fulham.
yeah, but they were shit, but they were there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair, yeah.
Forest, maybe.
West Ham.
Not 60 for Forest, 68 for West Ham. It's like an ultimate Premier League team. Like you if you looked at this,
That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
this is like the perfect Premier League table for me. It's like
Leeds. Leeds.
54. They're the lowest on this list.
Wednesday.
Blackburn.
Wednesday 66, Blackburn 72,
West Brom.
81,
Sunderland.
Sunderland 87,
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth are not,
Ooh, okay.
Bolton.
Bolton 73,
Norwich.
Norwich are not. I'm just looking. Fulham
Borough.
were in Borough, Middlesbrough 61. Yep, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. One's a Premier League winner.
Leicester.
Leicester 56.
Blues
The
as well.
Yeah.
Birmingham City
City?
57, yeah. The others, only 2 of them are still in the Premier League.
Oh God.
Burnley.
Burnley is 61. You've got 3 Midlands teams. There's a lot of Midlands teams here. 3
Well,
Midlands.
Villa, Wolves,
Wolves
Sheffield
71.
Blues, West Brom.
Sheffield United 63. You've got
Oh.
2 more. Both of, I don't think they've been in the Premier League for a while now, though. One feels like
Derby?
Derby 65, and the final one, it's still a decent drive for us.
Stoke.
Stoke City 62.
Ah.
I was just looking, and Fulham were in the Division 2 from 1907 through to something happened in 1915. So there was no football there for some reason. Oh yeah, stupid me. And then the 40s, they were still there. They got to so in 1949 they got promoted to Division 1. They were there for 3 seasons, then back to Division 2 till 1959. And then Division 2, Division 3, Division 2. Yeah, they didn't. You'd be surprised. They're not actually in it a lot. They returned.
It's mad, isn't it, really? Because with
Yeah.
Fulham, like, they was always during the sort of early-ish stage of the Premier League, the first sort of 10 years of it, they was always in it around
Well,
mid-table.
here you go. They
You know,
were
with your
in.
Charltons.
Yeah, the
Charlton's
last
a good shout.
the
Ipswich
last
too.
time Fulham were in it before they obviously the gap. So 67, 68 season. Then they get relegated. Cool. But then they get a back-to-back relegation. So 67,
Oh, that's killed
68.
them, yeah.
They are not in the top division from 67, 68 until 2001, 2002.
Oh,
Wow.
That's 30
Yeah.
years out of the top.
That's a
division.
long time. And then they're in it for
Jeez.
quite a while. They're pretty much in it for the entirety of the 2000s and up until 2014, 15. So I can sort of see the logic there. It's just
Yeah,
they had a
because
tough
I don't
go.
really know anything, you know, pre me being born.
I'd
There
also
wasn't
like
much,
to
Chris, to be fair.
I'd also like to point out I've just worked out very quickly why nothing happened in 1915 to 16 and then on for 3 years. Yes, I know there was a war. I've just
Yeah,
realised.
there was a little
Yeah.
war on then, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
and then it blocks. The trouble is, it just blocks it out, and it just says seasons not available. So that's not really helpful. Wikipedia, you know.
To be fair,
Does
they
it do
weren't
it again in the
available.
40s?
No, there is a gap between 1940 and 1946.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Ollie's just drawn level with Chris.
Oh,
And naturally,
I'd
he
be
won't be on the
equivalent.
show for the
Sent me
next.
this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
See you in a
That's the
month, Ollie.
equivalent. I know. Is the equivalent of a player who's been injured out for like 6 months and he comes back and scores on his his debut back.
He's
Yeah.
back. Right, listeners, we're at the end of another episode. Thank you as always for tuning in. Before we go, of course, proudly partnered with Head in the Game, a mental health charity using football to support wellbeing and community. You can find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well. We'll be back on Monday. So we do have a topic. We do have a topic because we're nearly at the end of the good old off season. It's Chelsea players to watch ahead of the new season. So anyone who was in the saloon is not going to be in this list. They're not going to be in that list. So with that, treat yourself well. We're back on Monday, and that is us signing off.
You've been listening to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At the Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.